I am a product of the projects, Garden Valley. I'm a aspirant and I'm nervous. I come here today to basically open for Bobby to present the feminine energy, because that's what we're doing. We initiate every revolution, every war, everything that was ever won on the Black Panther, Black Nationalist Party, which they didn't incorporate the female. The woman always initiated it. The bus strike in Atlanta, Harriet Tubman with the Underground Railroad, dealing with that aspect. Not taking a man out of the situation, because he's a straight up warrior, you know. But the real warriors is the women that we need to stand up at this particular time, because the Christ that the people is waiting to see, or waiting on, is the black woman to realize who she is on this planet, and also to arm herself and prepare to go to battle. I like that aspect. Right now I just want to go into a couple of overlays that I've got together. Like I said, I'm an aspirant. I'm not a guru, or, you know, it's just some things that I'm initiating myself into, the energy, the information, the physical body. Also, what's going on with us right now at this particular time. Let me get this on here. Can y'all? Oh, wait a minute. Is that right? Okay, this is a picture of the brain. You know, you're dealing with the, you see the locus, coral lucus down here at the bottom. That's considered the doorway to a mentor. That's also the doorway to your medulla oblongata, which is the most concentrated area of melanin that's in our physical bodies. And this is also how we get to our ancestors, through this particular doorway here. If you can see this particular aspect, and this is your medulla oblongata right there. And when you are in a affected panic, when your brain is being panicked, your body shuts down and it affects these organs in your brain. Panic does. Panic, fear, things like that will not let you elevate. It will not start the process. The process from, hold on for a minute, now I know how Bobby really feels, you know what I'm saying? You cannot start this process right here. This is your sacral nerve. And you see how it's right here in the back of right here, your butt. And the nervous, and your nerves is connected to this area, and it's also dealing with your sexual energy. That's why the female should never shut down her sexual energy, because when you shut down your sexual energy, you become you're useless. I'm going to just put it out there. You know, I'm sorry if I offended anybody or anything like that, but they got half of the black women on this planet waiting for Jesus to come hook them up. Or if they get with their brother, whatever, he got to get down on his knees and all them, y'all pray to Jesus before y'all get busy. And that aspect right there, on some level, probably for the black man with that brain area, panic. And also performance could be affected. You know, this affect your physical body. In that way. Dealing with the eyes. You know, this is how the energy comes into your body. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. This is your eyeballs, your optical nerves, your going crisscross pituitary. That's where you also get the ×10 or the male-female aspect of uniting the left-right side of the brain, dealing with that aspect coming from the eyes and all around in here is where your retina's at. So you get the images in through your eyes, and basically it processes through the frontal lobes of your brain, but it also opens up your third eye if you're dealing with more than touch, taste, smell, feel, and hear, and that's the physical aspect. Also, too, your pituitary gland is dealing with the dealing directly with the Big Dipper. See what I'm saying? Okay, y'all help me out now, cause I'm nervous and I'm new. Yeah, can y'all get with that? See, that's dealing with the pineal, pituitary, and hypothalamus gland, the Holy Trinity, and that also deal with constellations of Big Dipper, dealing coming straight in through your crown chakra, dealing with that area too. You're gonna hear Bobby talk a lot about crown chakras, and you know, for me, when I'm still new, but you know, when I hear stuff like, you know, sacral nerve and these hypothalamus, pituitary, and all this kind of stuff, I be wanting to know what it looked like. I don't know about y'all. They say that's an African kind of thing, to see pictures. We need to see, you know, that's what the hieroglyphs was, the metanetter, you know, was dealing with this aspect of, dealing with, excuse me, kind of chilly up in here, but I'm sweating and anyway. And also, too, dealing with the sacral nerve, the part I showed you with the part that I showed you with the sacral nerve, with the nerves coming out. Now, the nerves come all the way up your spine like this, and these are nervous, your nerves going to your organs, okay? And this is why you got to be in hotep or complete nirvana or a peace of mind when you're dealing with this information, because you won't be able to get to it if your heart, because this is your hell, this is your earth, from your spleen, from your spleen to your sacral nerve is your touch, taste, smell, feel, and hear, and it also deals with energy and emotions. And if you're emotionally unbalanced, you know, if you're dealing with anger, that deals with your kidney area. You deal with depression. You're dealing with your lung area. You know, all these different emotions affects you, and it shuts your body down, so your whole cellular system is supplying the energy to keep this fear going. So you ain't going nowhere but right there. Okay. And that's why a lot of people say, well, I just know I'm gonna be safe with Jesus. You know, they just want to be safe. They don't really care nothing. You know, they don't want to take no chances. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, they feel safe with this energy that has been created for us to really basically, you know, to zap our energy from us. A succubus type of. I'm looking at the smoke. I'm like, I just know this thing ain't smoking. I'm about to start running, but I run. Everybody run. But anyway, that's incense. And you know, but this is post-traumatic stress, and this is what affects your brain area. You know, when you going through a post-traumatic stress or some type of genetic memory, because sometimes, you know, I mean, check this out. You and your man at home, and in slavery time, your baby, you know, all y'all laid in the same little haystack, and all of a sudden at 3 o'clock in the morning, you get the master come kick down the door, and he need to turn his mic down a little bit, and the master come, and a nigga got a gun to your throat, and he tells us to get that baby out here. He take and rape his woman in front of her man, and ain't nothing he can do. That will have an effect on generations upon generations upon generations, because you can walk around and all of a sudden you get mad when you see something, or you see somebody, a multicolored racial relationship or whatever, you get mad because we having a generic recall from our memory banks, from our medulla oblongata, because in the daytime you got serotonin that provides the memory. It's like feeding a computer, and it's also cleansing you, getting you prepared for the memory readout called melatonin, also melanin, which has every plant, animal, vitamin, mineral, everything known on this planet, plus elements of unknown origins, which attaches us to God. That's the black people. We're carbonated people. We're the melanated individual. We God on this planet. We goddesses on this planet. We don't know that. We let somebody else tell us who we are. And we got to stop that, especially with our children, but we got to start with the adults. You know what I'm saying? So you got this memory readout, you got REM sleep, where you got the rapid eye movement, and then you start in that doorway, that lower coolest coriolis opens up, and you go into your memory banks, and you go into your past lives, and you go into your ancestor realm, and you teach you, and they talk to your soul, and every dream you have is about yourself, no matter who's in that dream. And when you recall that dream, your melanin process has been completed. Okay? So, and it's good to log your dreams. Believe you me, I talk and I'm struggling with this stuff, but I can sit up and tell because I gave myself as a sacrifice to basically open up for Bobby, and also too to let my sisters know it's time for us to pick up arms. Okay? You don't find too many females that want to get up on the circuit because, you know, it's hard. This ain't no easy thing to do. You understand what I'm saying? Because we so used to somebody telling us we look pretty and how smart we is and how brilliant we are. You know, and on the same hand, the same thing make you laugh, make you cry. So we got to elevate past somebody telling us or giving us our value. We must put value within our own self as sisters on this planet, because war has been waged against our people, and it's got to stop. Okay? And that's just the way I feel about it. If I didn't feel passionate about this, I wouldn't be, to me, I'm putting everything on the line right now. Because it don't even matter. It's all an illusion. Anything outside of, anything that's outside of this, anything that's outside of here, it doesn't even exist. It's because they're dealing with that movie, The Matrix. You know what I'm saying? This is all a residual energy, you know, that your particular, you know, that your eyes is telling your brain, your frontal lobes and stuff, that this stuff exists, but you got to go beyond that. And you got to be at peace with the rest of your body. And when you're at peace with the rest of your body, then you'll start raising to the Godhead, because you realize ain't nothing really been done to me. It's been done to you. When you do something to me, you've done it to yourself. You know, when you judge somebody, you judging your own particular body. Is there any way I can get this mic all right? Y'all got any questions? I said I wasn't going to take no questions, but I couldn't pass that up. Anybody got any questions? Okay. Now we're dealing with the equinox here. There's autumn equinox, the summer solstice, the winter solstice, and the vernal equinox, which we're about to go into right in a couple of months. Okay, so if you can see this aspect of the celestial equator, and you look at the Earth orbit, they kind of wing and wang between each other because the Earth is at a tilt. And the reason why they give you Easter in March is because that's the onlyest time of the year that the sun is directly facing the Earth, with the celestial equator and the Earth's orbit crisscrossing with the sun facing it, crucifying the sun. That's where they get the crucifixion of the sun. And then they brought this down to a physical aspect where somebody actually was hung on the cross. And we believe in that. Somebody's blood gonna come save us. Somebody's blood is gonna come save us, but that blood that's gonna save you is your own. But that Kundalini get to rising up your spine, and your organs become, you get in line, and you just, and the ancestors get to talking to you, and we go beyond genius of the pyramids when we go to this level of peace within our own physical body. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to be mad and, you know, to hate somebody ain't doing nothing but putting a ball in a chain around your own ankles, and you trapping yourself to this physical body. You know what I'm saying? But this is where they get this. And I got this from the almanac. Yeah, sharing the book information. I got that from, thank you, Billy. Oh, yeah. This is very different. You all right. I'm doing okay, y'all? Yeah. My brothers and sisters say I'm doing okay. Okay. I'm going to give you another aspect of this too, which was really awesome, because I got this out of this book here. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I trust you. My sister, hey, I got to trust somebody. Ain't that what they said on Carol Watch? You got to believe in something? No. I got this from this book right here, The Healing Light of the Tao. This book is awesome. The Healing Light of the Tao, T-A-O. Okay, and this is the next picture I got. I got it from, matter of fact, most of those ones with the brain that I'm not finished showing you, most of the stuff, the brain stuff came from online. I'm going to show you this right here, because this came from a brother in Indiana University, Dr. Williams. I thought it was pretty awesome. This is also aspect too, that all your organs is connected. You know, that's where your frontal cortex, the hippocampus, see the locus cord right here? That's your doorway. Also, look down here. Every last one of your major organs is connected to that part of your brain. All your organs is connected to your hands, connected to your sexual organs dealing with choosing life by Dr. Michael Frost. That's from Ohio, from Cleveland. Yeah. And he talks about how the penis, the head of the penis is the heart, and hold on, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. See, that's what the Bible says. When you want it, it'll be right there. See, this is you can't really see it, you know, but it says that the head of the penis is the pineal gland, the pituitary, the adrenal thalamus, the heart, the lungs, the spleen, the stomach. He basically talking about how you should masturbate. Most guys, he said, now I'm just saying what he said now, you know, most guys just like to rub the head. He said, but you got to do the whole shaft, you know, to bring that, because you can go into heart failure and really take yourself into some type of physical atrophy just dealing with that part of your body, you know. And also, too, the man should try to hold his semen as much as possible, because this is what's going to elevate his soul. The woman should go at it as much as possible, and the man should try to hold it back as much as possible, because this is what's going to really heal. Because this is healing energy we're talking about. You know, we're not talking about no kind of pill that they're going to go give you at the doctor or cut you and tell you, oh, you'll be all right, like they doing most black men with their prostate. They like to cut it right out of them. But the white man, they're give him some type of therapy. See, we got to go past that. You know what I'm saying? We got to learn how to love each other. We got to learn how to care for each other. We don't do that no more. We don't care nothing about it. Not the people in this room. I'm talking about the average nigga walking around out there street, out there want to get something for their own self and use the woman as a dumping ground. You understand what I'm saying? And he a man. You know what I'm saying? When he defiled that woman, he defiled himself. Because that's the closest thing to God he ever going to get on this planet is his black queen. See, that's why we in the state we is now. We're in the worst state of ever in history as Africanized Americans. And I do not use the word African American because I am not. Yes, we're Americanized Africans, I meant. You know, see what I'm saying? So, in dealing with that, but the woman dealing with the vaginal area, her organs is just the opposite. It reverses. Her pituitary hypothalamus is inside the vaginal area. And you go down the canal, go into the heart and the spleen. So when you put these particular organs together, you're talking about atomic bomb. And when a man knows how to take that woman to a certain level, he can use her as a vehicle to ride himself. And I'm not just talking about ejaculation. I'm talking about going to different realms of existence. In Jewel Poofer's book, which I don't have right now, I showed 9 levels of light. Electrolight, ultraviolet lights, physical rays. Those are different dimensions of existence that we can adapt to because of our pineal gland and our black dot in our eye. See what I'm saying? So we got to learn how to do that with each other and stop looking when you're supposed to be washing dishes and you're supposed to be going to pay the bill. You know what I'm saying? We got to do this together now because we halves of a hoe. And once we become that hoe, let me show y'all something because I'm sick of this shit. I'm going to show y'all something. You know what? I'm going to show you this first. I'm going to show you. Look at that. Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? I mean, do you see that? Huh? You see that? Flip it over. Is that backwards? Okay. Okay. Now y'all see that, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's the 2 going into 1. Yeah. Let me show you another picture.
Go ahead on, Bobby Jr.
No, I'm not Bobby Jr. No, I'm not Bobby. My name is Ursa, my aunt, and I love to do stuff, and he did free me, but you know, I'm Stephanie. And Stephanie, Ursa, my aunt, here you go. Now what is that? No, tell me what that is. Somebody tell me what that is. Who said bomb? That's the hydrogen bomb. What that look like? That look like a penis going into a vagina. That's it. So that and this is the same thing. Depends on what you're working with when you're working. Okay, this is a hydrogen bomb. This is dealing with our 666, protons, neutrons, and hydrogen.
Multiplicity.
That's right. They call that the devil, but that's our melanin. That's our DNA. See what I'm saying? Dealing with that aspect. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, we just got to understand that, you know, we to each one another, we're not the enemy. You know, we treat each other like out in the streets and stuff, and, you know, because I work in the field, a couple other people I know here, they work out in the field. We see such a I don't know what you want to call it. What do you call this? It's a blasphemy. You see what I'm saying? Against one another every day. And it's justified through the music, and the reason why they do this music thing, everybody talking about, well, you know, they was talking on the radio station today, and I tried to get on there and talk. And I told them what's happening with the music is that back in the day, because I'm an old school DJ, and I'm going to be doing a old school dance on 777. Okay, so we're going to be dancing. But we don't dance because we had the black record, we had the diamond needle, which gives you more characters for our inner ear melanin Bobby talks about. Which vibrates our cells and basically connects us to the cosmos. You see what I'm saying? That basically connects us to the cosmos. You see what I'm saying? And balance us. You know, so and now they got these CDs. And they basically clone because all you hear is a lot of bass. Boom, 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 boom. You don't know if it's a drum, a horn, piano. Then you turn on something like the wave. You know what I'm saying? At least you know what instruments is being played. There's no instruments being played. And I went and saw that book, a movie of Josie and the Pussycats, and how they send subliminal messages through the music to control us and program us and give us these X-rated movies where the woman ain't really being touched that much. Basically, she coming in there, hooking the guy up, turning around, and let him handle his business. You see what I'm saying? Basically, they trying to shut down that feminine energy because they know that's the terrorists on this planet. You know how we get when we get all up in the air and stuff and want to prove a point? You know what I'm saying? Can't hold us back. Can't hold us back. There's also another good book right here, Kundalini and the Chakras. Evolution in this lifetime. This have different exercises, you know, dealing with your body. Also, too, down at Set of Sarah, they have a semi-Keon that helped bring Bob here for the African Conscious series. He gives Qigong classes, Qigong, where you basically energize those organs. Because in order for you to elevate your body, you first got to be, your organs got to be at a point of optimum use. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get our bodies, we got to drink our water, get those emergencies. You know what I'm saying? Deal with that aspect, much holistic healing as we can. Stay away from these damn doctors. You see what I'm saying? Because basically, you know, a woman go in there and say, well, you know, I'm not having, you know, good sexual because I'm not, you know, lubricated. Black seed oil help that out. Yeah, that black seed oil will help lubricate. It helps the man, but it helps the woman too. Help lubricate, you know, so, you know, it's things that we can do naturally that we don't. Here's another book on the chakras too. Energy. Bobby had this one. I got most of my books I got, you know, I got a library and, you know, dealing with that aspect of the chakras. And what I like about it is basically goes and shows you that inside these chakras is other entities. See what I'm saying? Dealing with Ganesh, you know, Lakshmi, Krishna. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with that aspect. You know, like somebody said last night, we got to go beyond Africa. You know, my cousin, she was in the Navy and she was in Japan. And she light as me and she had her hair French braided. And she was walking through the garment district in Japan. And everywhere she went, she walking along and she said, they said whispering, they looking at her, pointing. She said she got kind of nervous. And she told one of the guys that could speak Japanese to go over there and find out what's going on. And he came back, he said that they got ancestors like you with their hair like it says nappier than yours up in the mountains in Japan. They had to be dreadlocks. You see what I'm saying? So we all over the planet. That Bobby had the thing with the, you know, with the Uncle Watt. Uncle Watt. They called this movie out called Return of the Kama Sutra's Wife. There was a limited edition, but they went into Uncle Watt and they showed you 37-mile long temple with nothing but Africans. Nothing but Africans. And he said that's what the Vietnam War was about.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure you're going to touch on some more of this stuff. But this is also, I like this one too. This guy's so cool. You know what I'm saying? That's dealing with the crown chakra. You know, that pituitary going to the North Pole. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, we just got to understand that, you know, the world is waiting for everybody looking for the Christ. That's why they over there right now. They looking for something. The U.S. done struck. A lot of people don't know that the U.S. struck Somalia about 2 weeks ago. They airstruck them, you know, and they everywhere we are, they striking. If you notice the pattern of the battle, everywhere, and here they got set 40% of men in New York that can't find a job. That's not jobless. They're not unemployed. They're jobless. That means they cannot get a job. Period. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna even talk about Cleveland, because they said we the third poorest city in the country. So, you know what I'm saying? They dropped it down to the third. It may be up there in the first, but definitely with the housing market, that we got the worst housing market in the whole United States. Because the housing stay on the market longer here than anywhere else, you know. But yeah, that's basically you know, what else do I have here? But this, you know what, this Michael Frost book is really a good book. The brothers here in Cleveland, Choosing Life. It's a $25 book. You know, he deals with the melanin. You know, he deals with keep Qigong. You know, deal with different exercises. You know how you particularly bring this energy down. You know, different exercises. The governing chi. They talking about chi is your life force, and the way you lose your life force. They said the biggest way you lose your life force is through your mouth and through your eyes. You know, lusting over something. Oh, look. You know, you're giving all your energy away through your mouth, what you say. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'll be glad in a minute. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that's how you got to basically, sometimes you just got to, you know, sometimes for me, I just like to sit, I like to be at home by myself and just sit in a chair and just be non-animate. Don't move. You know what I'm saying? Be totally silent and totally still without a thought in my mind. You see what I'm saying? And that's when the spirits come in. If you're dealing with spiritual warfare, you got to have your altars built, people. If you don't have an altar built, you're not dealing with warfare. You in a shootout with a slingshot. You know, you got to have your altars of wooden tables, you know, with the white cloth over the top. At least mine's is. Mine's facing the east, you know, and the different deities and my ancestors. My mother passed in 2005, April the 6th of 2005. I was her primary caretaker for 4 years. And, you know, and Bobby said something last night that was real interesting about how, you know, we got to take and do rituals for our people that cross over, because I've been conscious for 3 years. December 11th was my 3rd year. And my mother died in 2005. So I went and I read over the Book of the Dead when she was in the hospital. And I put a little ankh and a silver ankh and an amulet of a mummy and some sage inside that in the amulet, and I laid it over her heart, and the spirit said, well, that'll protect her, you know, and I didn't know what, because I just go by spirit. And Bobby said last night that I don't even know what I was protecting her from, but what he said last night for the people that was there is that you protecting her from the vampires that's coming to feed on her soul energy. Because you got vampires out here that because we don't really die, but we got to have a ritual done to carry us to the other side. For those who don't, master people can do it without a ritual. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did with my mother. And then after that 17 months, I did a new moon ritual for my mother. Every month for 17 months. On the 17th month, the white candle exploded. Pow! I'm coming out the bedroom in the morning. And I'm walking in the living room, and it looked like a light bulb flash. I'm like, oh man. And the spirit said, she made it. I said, she made it? And he also said something too, that I'm going to confirm that they don't look nothing like they look in this physical world. My mother's a mix between a lion and a hawk. She got wings. She was born with an Aquarius and a Leo rising, which made her Sekhmet, dealing with the energy of destruction and rebuilding. I say I'm the daughter Sekhmet, because I'm Aquarius, but I don't have a Leo rising, but that's the line of that right there. See what I'm saying? So we got to do something for our people more than a Christian funeral that's conscious, because they need us to help them. If that's right, to help them cross over. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and is there any questions?
About your altar?
Yeah.
What is on it now? First of all, how do you do an altar?
Well, for me, it's original. So whatever come out of your mind. My altar is a wooden stool and a wooden piece of board that's trimmed. That's I got from a fireplace top, and I just centered it on the foot and stool. And I got all different types of white tops to put linen, white linen, cotton, to lay that over the top. Okay, right now my altar is just it's in the altar state right now. I'm not really working with it, but when I'm working with my altar, I have my candles. I work with 3 candles. I piggyback off of them. I got some parchment paper. I usually write down what I want on that parchment paper to my ancestors, and I got a bamboo tree on both sides that deal with water. You want to have all the elements on your altar, earth, wind, and fire. Some people put dirt, you know. I got a sword up there because I deal with metal and swords. I got an ancestor behind the altar by the window is like a space saver. And I got the deities from Noon, the Egyptian god Noon, the cosmic water, all the way down to my mother, her shoes and stuff at the bottom of the thing. And then I got my mother, father, son, and my family is passed. So I got them up there in the center. Yeah. And I got stuff hanging over them. And every now and then I bring her flowers, you know, and I tell her I love her. You got to keep telling them and think about them and call their name and charge them up, because they inside of you now. You know, the energy is inside. My mother, when she crossed over, you know what I'm saying, and I had to go in for a MRI on my neck, and I go inside the MRI machine. I run into Obatala, and I'm like, "Why you coming here? You know, I'm in pain." He like, "This the only place that we really can't get to you." He said, "But I have a present for you." And my mother came out of this tree, and I'm like, "Wow." She was like, "That's my daughter," like that, and he said, "Well, come in." He said, "Come into the tree," and I said, "Well, I was kind of nervous." He said, "That's all right." My mother came. She walked into me. As I laid there, my mother walked into me, and then we walked through the tree.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I thought I understood you to say our family members that pass, if they are conscious, we have to be ritualistic. What about those that are not conscious?
Oh, definitely for the ones that's not conscious.
Yeah, okay.
If I die, I want y'all to. I told them I'm getting my stuff together right now, and don't put me up there with all that mess. You know, people don't know nothing about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically a loner. See what I'm saying? So I don't want to be somebody lying over me talking some old stuff. But even if they is conscious, you still can. They may come to you for some help. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so, but if they not conscious, definitely. And if you can, put something on them. You know, like I did my mother. You know, when she was there at the wake, I put it on her so that, and when they closed her up, you know how they put the clothes and stuff, they closed the coffin up, I felt it and it was still there. I said, okay, she cool. So put something on it to stop them vampires from coming in, like the Coretta Scott King. It was people in that church that's been members of that church, elders, or the members of that church that they buried at, couldn't even get in because white folks had lined up the whole front 13 rows. You know what I'm saying? And they was there for something. You see what I'm saying? They was there for something. They know that we are like grade A beef or whatever. It said in the book of Enoch, and I read it for myself, it said you will be food for them in the last days. That's right. See what I'm saying? So, you know, but the altar is real important to me. I got stuff outside. I got a lion, and I got a picture of my aunt from Egyptian corner, Leslie shop. I got an ankh over my front door. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and I asked him to rise up and live with me and protect me. And things still happen. But it ain't, people say, Christians say blessings, I say lessons. Even if you be like, wow, I got a speed ticket, or you know, I broke up with my people and I'm by myself, and you know, you see what I'm saying? You still elevating because you learning something. Because everything and everybody that come into your life teach you about yourself. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about you being in love with them. That's wrong. You in love. The love you have for them is a reflection you have for yourself. They just a reflection of it. You see what I'm saying?
No, I don't see what you're saying.
Okay. When you loving somebody, you love that person for the value that y'all hold together that's true. You know, y'all may like to go out on Saturday night. So like this say people go out dancing there. You like to dance. He like to dance. You know, he like steaks. Or he a Christian. You know, that's a good one. You know what I'm saying? Or he wears suits. You like to dress up too. You know what I'm saying? I dress up. I don't want no man ain't dressing up. I got a Lexus and he got a Cadillac. I'm just using mundane stuff that you're attracted to the person. Then physically, you know, it'd be something lacking in yourself that you think that this person is better than you. You be like, oh, this person is better than me. They look pretty and everything. You know, it'd be lacking of yourself, or either, and then it's really yourself that you have a relationship with. It ain't really the person that you call yourself being in a relationship with. You know, and then when you break up and you think about it, because I done did it, believe me, I'm gonna write a book on breaking up, making up. I learned something so much about myself, man. It's just awesome sometimes. I just had to be like, you know what, I'm gonna leave you alone. I look in the mirror myself. I'm finna go in here and lay down, okay? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, people will let you down. You know, groups and movements will let you down. That's why in Richard King's book, African Origins of Biological and Psychiatry, it says that you first got to identify with yourself. You know, you must be know thyself approved. See what I'm saying? Before you can connect to a group of people. You're going to connect to a group of people and you don't know who in the hell you is. They can tell you anything. You know what I'm saying? They got a part in this book. I was showing the brother back there, Jamie. I'm going to just tell you, it's got this part about this guy. He like a king, and he acting as a preacher. And, I forgot that. It shows the guy bowing down to this minister. You know what I'm saying? And basically in the beginning, he bowing down to the minister, and the minister over him like this, and he bowing down like this. And then the next page you turn over, he bowing, he littler, and the preacher got bigger because he done sucked the energy out of this person. See what I'm saying? I'm trying to, I got one more overlay too. That made me remember that. Hopefully I can find it. But how these churches really function. You know, how they really suck the energy and really, you know, sexually really using people. You know what I'm saying? That's why most of the women walk around there and say, oh, I got a man. What's your man's name? Jesus? I feel sorry for my brother. Y'all got y'all work cut out for y'all. You know, you got some serious competition going on there. You know? Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's real. You know the thing about it is, they can't really see themselves as being used. You know what I'm saying? They just think that everything is everything, and you know, and they got the nerve to talk about other people, anybody, non-married, you know what I'm saying? Anybody, the homosexuals, the gatekeepers. You see what I'm saying? They sit up in judgment of these people and tell them, well, you can't be no minister here, you know, because the Bible. But let me tell you something about that Bible. That Bible, I'll tell you something. I challenge anybody over the airways of this lecture right now. You give me 3 books that you can prove that Jesus lived, and one is the Bible. And I take about 10 books and show you the origins of everything that you just showed me. You understand? Because the Council of Nicaea didn't even come into play until 526 AD. You understand what I'm saying? 325 AD. No, it was 5. The Bible came in, the Constantine got the Council of Nicaea, and his protocols was 325. That was AD. Okay, but when they finally got the Old Testament together, which came in Latin and Greece, it was 526 AD. You see, and then if you ever get the Bible from, I should have brought 1961, it shows you the chronological aspect of the Bible, which King James didn't even get started to 1601. and finished in 1611. You know, he studied out the Geneva Bible that was in 1501. And that's supposed to be a satanic Bible that nobody can find now. You see what I'm saying? You know, you're going to talk about your homosexuals. You look at your Alexanders and your King James and your Constantine that hated women. And these are people that these people allow to control their spiritual experience and have the mitigated audacity to talk about anybody else elevate beyond their realm. That's straight up bullshit. Okay, here we go. Now, when the preacher get up there at the pulpit, cover this part up. See that? Can y'all see that? Hold on for a minute. I got to flip. I know y'all just say flip it over. I had it right. Okay. I'm working on it. Okay. Now, can y'all see this? Can y'all see this? Y'all know what that is? That's a temple. That's a church. That's a church, right? Okay. You see how the energy coming in it? You see how they got the steeple built? Usually, 9 times out of 10, the preacher be sitting right underneath that steeple. Or if you're a gap area, open a vessel. The feminine energy. And he sits up there and he talks from the Bible. And God said this. And it's a cold book because you got to go from this chapter to this chapter to this chapter to prove his point. That's how you know it's a chopped up book. And then if people get all, yes, you know, they get all, you know, rolling around and going on screaming and hollering. You know what I'm saying? Then when he closes that Bible and he's drawing the energy from the people. He's sucking the energy. He's a magician. He's got his cape on. He's telling them about all this and this and how they're going to get to heaven and then Jesus is going to come and save them. And then when he closed that Bible, you need to run your ass out that place. Because what he does at this particular time, he takes the energy that he harnessed called orgone energy, and it's the most concentrated, powerful energy on this planet because it comes down when he's reading the Bible and it starts to go back up when he closes it. He takes that energy and he sends it back up. Back up to where? I guess y'all say. Back to whoever he worshiping. Whoever's controlling them people in that church. And they get sexually charged. Their Kundalini rises. Especially the black woman. Because you get to talking about some sexual or some spiritual, it's same thing. Shit, you know what I'm saying? It's on.
That's right.
What's up? You know, you ain't got to say nothing else to a woman that's conscious.
That's right.
You see, you minister to her soul, her legs going to automatically open. You ain't got to go through all that using everybody and getting money. And people want their preach to have, I want my preach to have a helicopter. A helicopter? Hell, what you need a helicopter for? Because the other preacher got 2 Cadillacs. What's really going on? Huh? And that and this is the same thing, people.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. That's also our physical body. It's another picture where that temple is also our physical body. That we do the same thing as the temple does. That's my phone. Man. That was a real serene moment, though, wasn't it? Yeah.
When a person is not conscious and they have a Christian funeral, how is their energy being used?
Didn't you say that?
No, it's a different question.
How what now?
How do they use that energy when you're not conscious?
You talking to church people?
Yes, and when they die. And
They got deities over them. They got lower deities over them.
Okay.
Okay, you got to ask Bobby about the deity names, but they got deities, and that's what. Excuse me, y'all. Y'all know this is a moment in time, right? I'm sorry, y'all.
That's all right.
Anyway, yeah, but they use the deities, like in Katrina. My Bobby said when they took it and marked them X's on the door, that was a sign for the lower nature spirits which use red. Red is a low vibration color. So whenever you vibrating or meditating, you want to think of something like purple, you know what I'm saying, dealing with your chakras, you know what I'm saying, dealing with the chakras. You know, this is your reds.
Does the person experience some turmoil when they die?
No, they just come back here. This is hell. Welcome to the real world. When we come down here, we came down here for a specific reason. We promised God that we had a job we had to do, whether teaching this or learning it again or finding out something. You know, that's why it ain't really good to mourn your lost ones, because that mourning and that misery drags them right back into this realm. See what I'm saying? They can't elevate. I had to let my mother go. I'm the youngest of 7. I'm the 7th child. When I was born, my mother had my brother. And she went back for a 6-week checkup, and she was pregnant with me. Doctor said, I don't know how you're going to have this one. He threw the child up against the wall. My mother and me both had pneumonia when I was born. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we go through a struggle. We struggle coming here, and we struggle, and it's clear and clear. The more you deal with this information of self, the clear and clear your job is going to be what you got to do when you come down here. You know what I'm saying? It'll be real, real clear, especially in your dreams. That's what I've been noticing. My dreams has been off the hook. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the recall and what's going on in the real world. You know what I'm saying? And elevating past that. See, we should never have to struggle. You know, we should never have to struggle once you know how to work your body, because this is nothing but a matrix. This is not real. You can, you know, I mean, it's rituals. Bobby give out big money rituals, but if you don't believe that, like in that movie, The Skeleton Key, she kept on saying, I don't believe, I don't believe. You know, but all the time, she was believing all the time. See what I'm saying? Once you put your belief into your magic, it's going to spark and it's going to start working. You know, that's what's up. You see, you know, so I'm going to show this overlay too. I know this is probably just, you know, just oh, yeah, I see that. Thank you. Yeah, this is basically, people say, well, I don't believe in astrology. It's all right.
Bring it down.
Okay, which way?
Down a little bit more.
Down?
See the top and the top. Okay, there you go.
Right, I want you to basically see the picture though. Yeah, that's in the almanac. Y'all can get the almanac. But you see how I say Aries deal with the head, Taurus deal with the neck. And these zodiac signs is also planets. And they govern your organs, as above, so below. This is our connection also with melanin. But this is, people say, well, I don't really believe in astrology. It's all right. It ain't nothing about believing in nothing about astrology. It's about knowing how it works. Astrology, astronomy, and anatomy is the same thing. It's science. We got to know that. We got to know that that's the same aspect. They have us separate everything. They have us going to science class, and they have us going to math class, and they have us going to history class. And it all should be in the same aspect of the room. Because that's where we holistic people. Even the math now. That's the way the kids, why the black man is struggling in school, because they not catering. It's not catered for him. What's catered for him is the penitentiary. And serving somebody at McDonald's. And he a king. And he knows that. You understand what I'm saying? And, oh, man. Oh, okay. Huh?
Background music.
Yeah, see, I got this right here. Yeah. You know, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm going to go back to love, because a lot of people didn't hear that coming in. You know, we got to start loving each other. Black men, we got to stop looking at our women like they dumping grounds. Right. Or scoring points. Or notches in your belt. Or how cute she is, or she ugly, or she served up the whole neighborhood, so I'm going to have her go serve me up. Go talk to that queen. You see what I'm saying? And tell her she a queen. And stop defying her yourself, because when you defy yourself, when you defy her, you define yourself. And then you wonder why you ain't having no good luck. You know, why it ain't getting up no more? You know what I'm saying? Why you broke? The only person that can really help you is the person that you, not saying these guys, and I'm not man bashing. I'm not saying me, I'm saying the men that do that I see. You know what I'm saying? Is catching hell.
Can you get a hard on?
Yeah.
My hotel, going back to the astronomy, you have to ask yourself, you know it's got to be something in it, but you know that Washington, D.C. It's based on the White House and all that area. It's based on that. So you need to ask yourself, why is that?
The whole planet.
The whole, you know.
The whole planet. Yeah.
The whole area.
Yeah, they got pyramids underneath the water they don't talk about. I was online. They had pyramids on Mars. I said, wow, now you know, I mean, I'm new, but I'm telling you something. I'm not gonna take what nobody tell me and say, well, you know, this person said this, so I'm gonna ride on this. I'm gonna go read it for myself, and I actually saw these pyramids on Mars. I actually saw these pyramids up beneath the water. You know what I'm saying? You know, so when you see it like okay, and I'm gonna kind of wrap it up because the God is here, but you know, I was going to try to find Karen Andrea Hale, and I walked up into a space over there on 30th in Superior, and I go up there and I see the white guy, and he got like about 20 monitors of the whole city. And so I said, well, what happened to, you know, what happened to the lady down the hall? He said, oh, she been moved like that. I said, oh. I said, what's this? He said, it's a satellite company. I said, oh. I said, well, can you tell me about broadband? Because, you know, I'm still struggling. He said, this is a surveillance satellite center. And I looked at the surveillances, and they had the lakes. They had the whole east side of Cleveland.
Is that the little boxes on each corner are for?
Probably so. I don't know. I'm just saying what I saw. These satellites up in the
Remember, there's boxes on each, like little towers on each corners and
they're on those poles. And
right.
houses.
Right. But see, somebody is scared as hell.
Oh, they got right.
Somebody about to get their ass whooped.
Right.
And they know it. Somebody, well, you ain't got nothing to do with your life but sit up and watch us.
Right.
And watch me wipe my behind or whatever I do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, somebody is sick. You know what I'm saying? And this is 27, 279. 9 is fire, fire is female.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? And see here, mother's here. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to challenge the women, the goddesses, to step up their game, stop hating on each other. You know, let these men do what they do, because they're going to do what they do.
That's right.
That's just in their nature to do what they do. You know? And the kings, you know, respect the queen, you hold them in high esteem, because when you hold in high esteem, the ancestors are going to look at you and heal you, or give you information on how to heal yourself.
That's right.
That's what's happening. This snake got to go back up there on one of his arms. Yeah, well, when you get done. Yeah, so anyway, y'all, we got this, you know, we got the God. Y'all know we got the God, right? Come on, put them hands, let's get some heat. There's some energy circulating around over here. Bobby was real key in me, really, everything that I talked about today. You know, he basically gave me, he told me who I was in the goddess readings, if you ever want to get a chance to. Oh yeah, one thing before we do that, I want to thank Billy for letting us use the kamikaze. Right here, 304630 Warrenville Road in Ohio. So anybody out there want to get with Billy, what's the number, Billy? There he is right there. What's the number, Billy?
310-4545.
310-4545. And we really appreciate him letting us use this place, because that's been one of the things that's been holding us up, is getting the place. You know what I'm saying? So we want to thank Billy for allowing us here. Love you very much, Brother Billy. That's right. And also, to the Egyptian corner, we got John, the woodsman, back there. He's selling his ox, and you doing something for your altar. That's a good start right there, because I got one on mine. Dealing with that aspect. What's up? What's up, God? All right. We got Sister Risha Rasmaat, CEO of African Consciousness. They needed some help, so I came, and I'm helping them out. I'm the committee. We got a lot of people on the committee. Jamie, we got the sister back there with the tickets. You know, everybody. Let's give everybody this a warm, you know, for even trying to get this together for us. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to get this thing started to where it's supposed to be started. We got the guy coming in from Atlanta, Bobby Hemmitt. He's been all over the country. He's been talking about things from dealing with the guy that got what's his name, King, that got beat up in California, all the way up to what's going on today, even back farther than that. you know, he brings us the spirit world. You know what I'm saying? He brings us the rituals. He brings us the information from the occult, which is hidden. You know what I'm saying? And he loves us because he you know what? He could be anywhere else in the world. He could be at Harvard. He could be at anywhere, Clark University. But he chooses to come to his people and make us sozo. And that means to make us stand upright. And with that, I want y'all to put y'all hands together for Mr. Bobby Hemmitt.
Okay, here. This is January the what, 27th?
Yes.
Okay, January 27th. The 27th is a good, I think that's Jimi Hendrix is November 27th and mine is November 28th. So 27 is good. You know, we back here in Cleveland. You know, I always can tell where black people catch the most hell when the energy is real high. I go to Detroit, it's off the chain. Did you know that is that's the only third world country in America. But I think you all got them beat now because Detroit now has gambling and casinos. And you know what I'm saying? What do you all have? So you all are now the Haiti of America. When I was coming in, Brother Bernard was talking about how, you know, all the jobs is leaving and, you know, the rampant poverty. They call it what, the poorest city in the country now or something?
Where we ranking?
Yeah. So that means that, you know, that's the wilderness, which they say that's where the gods dwell, in the wilderness. You see, which is, you know, you got to be a god to dwell in it. But I'm glad to be back here and all. Very interesting people. And they say the places where they got certain things that they study black people. The British government, which is the United States, is only Britannia. There is no United States, never was. It was just only something that Britain put together for an experiment. Even the laws, your laws, which governs your whole system, is patented by Britain. You see what I'm saying? So we are under the Queen. And it's not by mistake that they have the Queen in this new movie. You see, which is probably going to win an Academy Award. You see what I'm saying? And they always get one of the best actresses, this British actress, Helen Mirren, which is real good actress. They get those so that they could win the Academy Award